Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let me get me a piece of paper. Mr. Jefferson, Julia, Carmen, Avery, Jazzy, Elizabeth, Joan, Mike. Boy, y'all are all coming in at one time, aren't you? Easy Lanes, Katie, Elmwood, Rusty, how are you? How is everybody? Charlene, what's up, what's up, what's up? Wyatt, Isaiah, how are you? Who else are we missing here? If you're coming into the room, make sure you hit that like button. Sarah, Matthew, Katie, Mikey. I'm trying to find me a clean piece of paper. My book is full. There is Wyatt saying hello to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Whole body hurts. Had softball tryouts today. I get it. I coached softball for years. You're not doing it if your body's not hurting afterwards. Doing okay, but it's cold, rainy. Yesterday. Beautiful day yesterday. 60, 70 degrees here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today we are in the 40s, literally 38 right now, and we're getting snow. So, Katie, I am well. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing the same. Cold here, windy, yes. Rusty says hello, everybody. Yeah, that really shocked me today. Took the dog outside this morning, and next thing I know, I was met with snow. So, cold here in Florida. Hope it's the last one. Wyatt, where are you at in Florida? I've got a buddy of mine that I work with. He's made his way down to Key West for the week, and he was hoping that they would get some good weather down there, but it looks like the temperatures may not cooperate with them for a couple days. Clearly did the best. I hope I can get on varsity. I hope so too. Absolutely. Spartan, no, I am in my basement, and we are currently working on the duct work in the basement. So that is what you're seeing. It may look like a prison, but it is not. We're getting ready to put a ceiling in, so bear with us on that. Well, thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. Jackson, how are you? I can say hello to Jackson Jeep. Malaya's mom, how are you? Miss Anita, how are you? Did I miss Miss Anita? B Disney, there you go. I just saw Miss Anita. William, how are you? Rita, how are you? Miss Barbara, love you too. Good to see you tonight. Yesterday, I'm going to tell you a quick story. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to go over and, we deal a lot with high schools here in Roanoke. And I do a high school sports show on Saturday talking about football, basketball. We try to take care of the youth in the valley and give them the spotlight. Um, so we went over yesterday and watched the state wrestling tournaments for class one, two, and three in the valley. Absolutely, Miss Barbara. You know we can do that. Reflections. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Rusty. I am so sorry. Rusty's uncle passed away, guys. Y'all throw Rusty some hearts up and put him in your prayers. Let him know y'all thinking about him tonight, definitely. No, we went over yesterday to do the wrestling tournament, and there's a young man here, and I know his mom. His mom, hello, Miss Judy. His mom's in the area, and this young man was his last year, I believe, and for school, and he is a tremendous wrestler, and went to go and do a move, and the kid from the other school maneuvered around him, and when he did, he landed and broke his elbow when he landed. He ended up finishing like in fifth place for the state. This was a kid that they thought that was really going to be probably the state champion. But you never know what's going to happen. Hello, Miss Violet. How are you? Well, congratulations. Miss Violet said I'm a great aunt again. Absolutely. Yeah, Rocker, you're in our prayers. Definitely. Look, everybody's becoming great aunts and uncles and everything. Look at that. David and Tammy, hello. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing better. It looks like we might be coming out of this little flu bug that's going around right now. What are they calling it? The super flu? I've seen your own shorts. Well, thank you. Yes. I ran into a young lady the other night I was scrolling, and I ran into a young lady the other night, and I think I told you guys this. I don't think about it too much when, like, if I see Ron in a live, or if I see Successful in a live, or if I see somebody in a live, I don't think about it too much. But I ran into this young lady that, has quite a few followers, and I ran into her live the other night, and thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. And it really, we going 7, 8, 9, 10, and we're done. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. But no, got to speak with her a little bit about YouTubing and things like that, and having to wait to finish antibiotics. Awesome. Okay. But no, boss lady's in the house tonight. There we go. I saw Miss Anita say hello, boss lady, and I didn't know who she was talking about. So I wanted to make sure that we were covered there. But no, it always amazes me when I have the opportunity to speak to someone who you're watching them and you're seeing them grow as a channel and seeing the things that they're doing and the things that, the thing that gets me the most or are the people that are on here every day. And one guy literally has a toilet seat around his head, and he runs a school bus, a little toy school bus around his head. People insult the daylights out of this guy, but yet they donate a huge amount of money to this guy just to insult him. And I'm sitting there going, look, I like money just as much as the next person. But boy, just to sit there and be berated every single day and wear a toilet seat around your head, and you know, it bothers me. Am I from Central America? No, I am from the Commonwealth of Virginia. There's James. How are you, James? Rozzie's in the house. Auto injections. Okay. The flare, 7 days. I give myself shots. The duck guy said, "Sir, I can't hear you. Guys, can you hear me okay?" Judy said, "We got snow in Ohio today." My Sprunky buddy is upstairs. He has been, everybody's asking, yeah, the modern gestures. Absolutely. Boy, and I'm talking, and he makes me stop every time I go past him, every time I'm scrolling. And one said, "I hear you fine, perfect." Every time I go by, I'm drawn into him. I don't know what it is about him, and like you said, it is a modern gesture. And I'm talking, it makes me stop, and I'm sitting here going, "Wow." You know, then there's one gentleman who has his false teeth in the front are false, and his false teeth in the bottom are false, I believe. And he just sits there and shakes his teeth left and right, and he does this for hours. And I'm like, okay, I YouTube amazes me daily. Marquez, please watch your language. We have little eyes that I appreciate the fact that you like the beard, but in a easier way, please. Recovering from HBO. We got to watch Lucian and I, and we just sat and we watched David. I don't know if you've got to see David. David is David and Goliath, but it's the new kids animation that is out in theaters right now. We had the opportunity to stream that tonight, and he learned a little bit about David and Goliath and Saul and how everything happened there. Uh oh. Uh oh. I heard the door open. I heard the door open. No, he didn't make his way down, but I heard. Is Lovebug? Is Lovebug in here? Are you guys? Lovebug has made an appearance. Look at that. Good to see you. I am so glad to see you. 79 Car Girl. Well, thank you. Let me tell you, that no one important. That video, so many people are making that video right now. And the comment that I get is that I am the perfect, evidently, face. And, it's somebody else's voice. I just lip sync to it. But everybody's like, you're the perfect face for that voice. You need to just do that one. Emma, how are you? I'm glad Lovebug's here. Ah, that's fine. You are awesome. I'm glad you're back in here with us. No, did you see the video, the short I did the other day of talking about boyfriends and how everything happens there? Uh-oh. I hear something.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing? Hold on to the banister. Hold on to the railing. Thank you. Come on, watch your feet. You got little legs. Come on. Come on, what you got? Oh, you brought all of them down, didn't you? What fell on the ground? You know he had to show up. You knew it.
Oh, I forgot orange.
That's fine. They don't need to see orange tonight. We can save that for another night.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you got to go get orange, don't you?
Yeah.
That's Pinky. This is Pinky. He's getting ready to do the show with us. Yep, here comes Lucian. But this is Pinky. Mr. White. Mr. Green. Simon. Mr. Gray. Yellow Robot. And Durple. And he's gone upstairs to get Orin.
I got it.
Barbara, I haven't heard anything on the Whitakers. The only thing I heard on the Whitakers was evidently, careful. Thank you. How you like that? Evidently, Patrick had a court date the other day, and they moved it. So that's what we're looking at now.
I want to show them it.
Okay, that's fine. No, we don't want to do that. Okay, pull your chair up. You've got a lot to explain tonight. Cornmeal gravy and cat had biscuits? I have not. Cornmeal gravy and cat had biscuits. Okay, we're
There's the pencil.
that it does. Miss Judy does not happen until Tuesday. Have you got to see the haircut? I don't know. I don't know if you've got to see the haircut.
Hi.
There's the haircut. Look at the camera. Show everybody your haircut. Say, what do you think?
Right thing.
Say, look good.
Does look good?
Are you going to show everybody your sprunkies?
Yeah, you do it for me.
No, you need to start. I'm going to hand it to you, and you tell everybody who this is.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Look. Who is that? You better tell them who I am. You and I going to fight. Who is that?
Orange.
Is that orange? Is that Oren? Yes. Okay. Now here we go. Who is this?
The little robot.
The yellow robot. Who is this?
Gray.
Gray's got a hair on her. Up. Which one you gonna do next?
I'm looking at him.
Okay. Who is this?
Pinky.
That's Pinky. Who is this? Is this your favorite?
Yeah, Simon.
That's Simon. Who is this one?
Durple.
Durple, purple, Durple. Who is this?
White.
White. This one, I'll tell you this, guys. Hey, Miss Anita says, hi, Lucian.
Hi.
Say hi. This one is, yep, his bond was paid, Julia, you're right. Supposedly, hang on, I'm talking here. Supposedly he is supposed to be back in court here in a week or so, from what I'm understanding. Went to the doctor. He got 2 shots, one on his hip, one on his thigh, and thought he was going for 4, but he ended up getting just 2, and did well, did extremely well. Didn't cry, got a little angry though. Didn't like when the shots come, did not cry. Hey, Blanton, how are you? There's Tara. But no, this one right here, every morning I am met by this one. The first thing that he tells me is, can you make him talk? The videos that you guys see where we take the Sprunkies. Oh, Sarah sent you a heart.
Thank
You
you.
say, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
He's drawing. The videos that you see where we take these and use AI on them, they that is where that come from, is just allowing him to see these guys talk and act like they should.
Even in the videos.
Even in the video, yeah. Miss Judy said she's proud of you, that you did real good at the doctor.
Yeah, and after I said it got the stamps on me, I said, oh, oh.
Ah, well, come here and tell the people. Come here and tell everybody. Hold on. Okay.
After I went to put my stamps on, I was like this, and I was saying, oh, oh.
Did you cry?
No.
No, you didn't cry, did you? But it hurt though, didn't it?
Ow! Ow!
Oh, look, there's a heart. Say thank you.
Thank you. I can't open this up.
You can't open it up?
I can't.
Oh no. But you did okay with the shots, right?
Yeah. What kind of tap?
You got a bruise up. He's got a bruise on his leg from where the one went in, but that's normal, they said. And yes, he is so big. But no, these, who was it the other day? Rusty or Rocker asked what Sprunkies are, and these are the Sprunkies. There is a bunch of them. That there's red, there's Clucker. Clucker has a symbol on his head, that like a drum cymbal. He has he's missing that one. There is Buckethead. It's a brown one, tan one that has a brown one, that has an actual bucket on his head. But this one, I don't know how this one got dirty like it did. I don't know what he's doing here.
I did a scratch.
You used him to scratch. Oh, we got an Olympic torch.
What's up on this?
Hey, come here. Can you come here real quick? We got an Olympic torch. I want you to do something for me. Hey, USA won gold in hockey this morning. Can you go USA, USA, USA?
1, 2, 3.
Really?
Time to open it.
Well, give it to me and I'll open it. Yes, USA got gold this morning in hockey. Here, I'll show you the little ones. Yes, let me tell you, when they get their first haircut, that's awesome. He is on. This is Mr. Buckethead.
Mr. Tree.
Okay.
He's actually backwards.
This is Mr. Trip. I'm sorry, I'm turning him around. This is Mr. Tree. I think Wyatt called him Mr. Broccoli the other day. This is Mr. Tree. You know, he's not bad. That's Sky.
We're missing Sky too.
Yep, he's not bad when he gets a
Even
haircut.
this plant.
Oh, is that like Vienna, something like that?
We have to watch in the video.
Yeah, we have to look, and then he's got the small pinky.
And small orange.
Yep, here, let me see Orin. The small Orin. You got the big one and the small one. And he's got a blanket. He's got he wears a pair of Crocs. He's got the little things on his shoes that are Sprunkies. Yes. He is a Sprunky magnet. He likes the Sprunkies. Oh, look, Brenda gave you a sundae. Look at that. Oh, do you like sundaes? Do not write on the table. Thank you.
And we're missing this stuffy.
We're missing that stuffy.
Yeah. Even we need the scary stuff.
Do we have a Buc-ee's around? We do. Miss Judy, the Buc-ee's we have around us is 2.5 hours away.
After I get a bucket and I put it on my head, we will like this one.
Yeah, let's not put a bucket on our head. That may not be the move you want to do right now. We are in the process of doing the Wawas. They're starting to pop up around us. You're going back up?
You can take the big stuffies.
I can take the big stuffies upstairs. Thank you so much for coming in, letting me know what I can do with the stuffies. Okay, here, put these back in there. Hey, what are you going to do? Try to throw them in? Look at you. Look at you. All right, put your lid on them.
And you can do different ones.
Okay, hey, I want you to go up the steps.
What?
Nice and neat. Hold on to the railing, okay? Hold on, hold on. Hold on to the railing. Thank you. There we go. And he is back upstairs. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, we got Wawas. Grace is here. Hello, Grace. How are you? Happy birthday to Eli. Thanks, everybody. It's been hard to believe my little hero will be 20. Look at that. My most expensive toy I have is the original Kiss dolls. Okay. Rocker, let me tell you, you got some good money there. Absolutely. Terry, you take all the time in the world you need. We are right here for you. Miss Barbara said, can I have a prayer? I'm going to have surgery on my back and neck. Absolutely, Miss Barbara. You know we'll say a prayer for you and Randy as well. Absolutely. Do we have Buc-ee's? Have a great day. It's my birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Eleanor's birthday is today. I'm a huge toy collector. Never seen those. I don't know. I used to have a horse named Scott. Awesome. Cute toys. I don't know where these came from. I don't know the origins of them. I know, no, I got a pack for Christmas for him, and I think it was like five of them for like $30. So you're looking at $6 and $7, depend on the most expensive one, and we have that one coming, is Mr. Black, and he comes in a two set. And the reason I think Mr. Black is so expensive is the simple fact that he is the main character who you have a good one of him and a scary one of him. He's the one that evidently turns all of them scary. And when I say there's a scary version, like we had showed you before, we try to keep him away from the scary ones. These were a video game. There is a show on YouTube. It's called I think it's A for Adeline or Peanut Butter and Jelly. It's something like that. And the kids were playing a game one day, and they were chasing the Sprunkies, and the Sprunkies were chasing them, and they wouldn't stop playing music. And I have Huggy Plush. Okay, I need to check those. LLC Huggy Plush. Let me write that down. We may have to look into the Huggy Plush. But they did a show. They did a little movie. James, absolutely. I hope you guys have a good trip down there. That's what we were just talking about. I got a buddy of mine that just went to Florida, and the weather was a little chilly for him for the first couple days, I'm sure, down there. Tara said, praying for Tara. Their uncle passed away. Absolutely. I finished Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. Awesome. Good deal. Yep, Rusty said their uncle just passed away as well. Huggy LLC. I'm gonna have to check into that and take a look and see what kind of plush you got. But no, that's where this come about. He got to see a show one day, and the kids were playing with the Sprunkies, and for some reason it just stuck. And I had no clue what they were, and he had started talking to me about Sprunkies. And I'm like, buddy, I have no clue what it is. So I typed it into Google AI, to where everything, happens for a reason. And I typed it in there, and these little dolls come up. And to find out, there's a good version, there's a bad version. And the good version is what the kids are playing with, and he just likes it. I know a trend that you should do with the... Uh-oh. Yes. Brenda said, condolences and sending prayers to you both and your family. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for doing that, Miss Brenda. Family in Florida. My daughter is checking out a Christian college down there. Nice. Tara said, I see the surgeon next week. Praying for you there, Tara. You know that as well as anything. But no, we got to see David tonight, and that was it was a good movie. It's one I can recommend, and it is animated. So if you've got little ones in your family and you want to see a good movie, David. It's not different. It's not different. You're going to gain weight. Just trust the process. Yes. Oh, it's the favorite diva. Yes, it is. Rodriguez, you know that. You didn't think you'd see me on YouTube tonight, did you? Just in the shorts. The Chosen. Rocker, we've got a family here in the valley that I lived beside of the young man for years, and him and his wife, very faithful, very religious, they got a phone call and asked if they could be extras in that series. And so they are extras in The Chosen. Well, thank you, Rodriguez. I appreciate that. You're one of my favorite people as well. Miss Anita, I love you so much, and you know we are praying for you. And Lucian plays with that motorcycle, and he just loves it to death. And a lot of stuff gets put up, but the motorcycle has not been put up. I'm just telling you that now. Let's see. Wyatt said, Rocker got to be careful with The Chosen. It does not line up with the world. Yeah, Rusty said, thank you. I appreciate that. 38 people, 44 people in the room right now. 38 people have hit like. If you are here, hit that like button. Hit it, double tap that screen. Throw that thumbs up. Katie said, I had to go get some food. I understand. We tried a new restaurant tonight in the valley. They're called Cast. And like cast iron, they're called Cast. And Miss Anita, keep praying, put it in God's hands. You know that as well as I do. Oh, Sarah said, I forgot. I forgot to hit that. There you go. You know, TV's getting better. That was the thing tonight with David. I wanted to see how they told the story of David and to see just because there's a cartoon doesn't mean you've got to get the story wrong. And, you know, when King Saul was living, David had the opportunity to kill him twice and did not. He did not want to take the life of something God had anointed. And they told that in the story tonight. They told how he was in the cave and David could have easily taken Saul's life and did not do that. And I was like, okay, I've got a little faith in this movie right now. I've got some hope in this movie. Now they didn't explain what happened to Saul. They put him into the battle with the Philistines. They didn't explain what everything had taken place with Saul at the end there. And but I was impressed. I was impressed with the fact that sometimes they embellish. It's Hollywood. Sometimes they go in a different direction on things, and I was impressed with the fact that they really stuck to the storyline quite a bit. Talking about Sunday school, our church in the UK got hold of videos of Veggie Tales in the 90s. The Hairbrush song. The Veggie Tales are one of the best stories out there. And Lucian was watching them the other day. What is it, Larry? What are the two main characters? It's a cucumber and the tomato. It's Larry and, help me out, guys. I can't think of. Are you the hillbilly from Super Jabroni Class Pro Wrestling Deluxe? I am. That is I. That is one of my alter egos. No, I'm not a jabroni from the Pro Wrestling Deluxe. Oh, what's Rusty having tonight? I love the Veggie Tale, Sarah said. Ooh, we had an egg omelet, green peppers, Mexican cheese, broccoli, mac and cheese. Babu. Is it Babu? Babu, no. I am the man they know as Santa, and I don't have a favorite. Yes, absolutely. Bob the tomato. Wait a minute. Bob the tomato and Larry the cucumber. There we go. Yes. What is my biggest fear? Hmm. Wow. You're going to hit me with that, Carver's walleye sandwich. Rusty, we don't have carvers around here. We don't have carvers. I'd love to try that, but we don't have that. Wyatt said, I fear nothing besides Jesus. I agree with that wholeheartedly. That would be, I think Wyatt's on something there. I fear that this world won't know Jesus and won't know God. And I fear that this world won't understand the gift that was given to them. Because at the end of the day, a precious gift was given to you. And I pray that one day, if not now, years from now, weeks from now, days from now, it'll click and you understand the gift that was given for you and the sacrifice that was made for you. And until you do, that's my biggest fear. Yeah. I don't think we cherish the gift that was given for us the way that we need to cherish it. Yeah. Yeah, Lovebug says I fear the same. Judy, there's a guy, Victory Outdoor Services, Ryan, that I watch. Is Miss Brenda leaving us tonight? Good night, Miss Brenda. Hey, it's Felicia. Yes, that would be it. They only have the walleye sandwich. Bojangles does that. They call it the Bojangler. And we have that here in the Valley, Bojangles. And we only get that like one time a year. A lot of restaurants right now, because of Lent, will do Carl's Jr., Hardee's. They do the fish sandwich this time of year for the simple fact of the religious holidays on Fridays and things like that, and because of Lent. So you get to see more of those sandwiches around this time. Charlotte says, what is your favorite restaurant? Yes, the gift of salvation just amazes me. People won't accept Jesus Christ in their hearts. You got to. You got to open that door. You got to open your heart. Let him in. It's okay. Trust me. I fought it for years. My grandmother would sit there and tell me, this is where it starts. This is where it starts. This is where it ends. This is the middle. You got to accept it. And there's a lot of people that don't accept it. I'm telling you. Get right. Yep, get right. I'm coming in late. Melissa Bryan said, I had to eat first, had chicken and biscuits. Hope everybody's doing well. Awesome. No, I am a fan of the smaller restaurants, the ones that are off of the beaten path, that, some of the best food, in my opinion, is some of these smaller restaurants. I don't have an issue with chain restaurants, but they all do the same thing. I like the restaurants that are locally owned, mom and pops running them. The food quality's better. It's made with love. It's made with care. It's not just processed. It is it's their bread and butter. It's their livelihood. It's what they focus on. And I think those are probably some of the best restaurants that I like going to. Uh-oh. The mama, yep, definitely. Northern Grace is here. That is the one thing. If you have the opportunity that if you can go around, mom and pop, yep, if you can go around and eat at some of the smaller pizzerias and places like that, do that. That is something. Like I said, we had a little Chinese place that was behind us for years. It ended up getting caught in a fire. Somebody next door, it was connected to a store, and somebody in the store had taken something, and there was a fire, and it got to the restaurant, and they had to close the restaurant down. But this man and woman who ran this Chinese restaurant, it was some of the best food that you had ever had, and it was you'd go in and you'd say, hey, can I get a cup of rice, and this guy would come back with 5 pounds of rice for you to take home with you, and you'd eat off of it for 2 or 3 days because it was so much rice, and you were just sitting there. But some of the meals that he would put together would be unbelievable, and so that love bug. Let me tell you, when you're in a college town, you find a lot of restaurants that are just mom and pop. Now, granted, you have the chains, but you have a lot of these little mom and pop shops that you can go to. When I was going to school in North Carolina, the little town that I went when I went to school in was Murfreesboro, North Carolina. And I don't know if any of you have ever been to Murfreesboro, North Carolina, but back in the day at 9 o'clock, they rolled the streets up. That's how small this town was. When I got there and they were showing me around the town, one of the true landmarks in the town was the little restaurant in the middle of town, and it was a mom and pop. They were famous for two things. They were famous for the fact that you could go in the tables, you could carve your name into their tables. And then what they would do is they would shellac the tables and get it and put glass over top of it. So years of college students had come in and had basically carved their names into the tables, and they had taken care of these tables over the years and things like that. But then the second thing they were famous for were these hush puppies that were the size of softballs. And you would get two of those and like a half a stick of butter for just a couple bucks. And you could sit there at night and study and literally get a drink, these two hush puppies, put some butter on them. And I'm talking, it was a meal. And it was just a couple bucks. But that was one of the things that they were just like truly famous for. And it was always amazing to go in and sit down and be in that atmosphere. Waffle House. Waffle House. They're open 24/7, and it's a bad snow when Waffle House closed down. Keep going. Get that homework done. Yes. Two Tacos said drinking a cold PBR. That was the only alcoholic beverage that Miller High Life that my uncle, and he's in heaven these days, but he was a PBR man, and he was a Miller Genuine Draft, Miller High Life, and those were his two. Yes, mom and pop cafes, you got it. Miss Anita, they made their journey, and boy, they drew a lot of attention. They really did. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes from Moorhead. Okay. Rusty said, used to drink a lot of Heineken and Red Budweiser, Miller High Life back in the day. I don't drink anymore. I've got a buddy of mine who is, um, he has frontal lobe dementia that's coming in, and they're scared because he is starting to lose quite a bit of memories. Christmas Day was one of the worst days that he had in a very long time, and he forgot the simple fact that it was Christmas, and it really messed with him. And he's been going to the doctors. The doctors are working with him. He, when you said Budweiser Red, every year for Christmas, I don't know what to get him. I've known him for 40 years. So every year for Christmas, I take a $5 bill and I put it in a Christmas card. And I tell him, I say, hey, go get a red on me. And I don't care what he does with the $5. He can do it, Um, yeah, welcome. First live. There you go. Well, yes, Olympia 2 is 101. Look at that. But he called me the other day and he was talking to me. And you can tell some things are starting to slip and starting to slide on him to where he doesn't know some things like he, should these days. He called a basketball game a couple weeks, probably about a month ago for us, and he referred to the basketball team by a completely different city name for the entire game, and we couldn't get him off of calling them a different city, which was fine. We work with him. We have no issues there. He gets on the phone with me the other day. Blue ribbon, absolutely. I get on the phone with him the other day and he stops me. And he's one that always jokes with you. He wants to pick with you all the time. He gets on the phone with me and he goes, can I talk to you for a minute? And I said, sure. And I thought he was joking with me. I thought he was going to, make a wisecrack or something. And he goes, I've known you for 40 years. And he goes, you've always been kind to me. You've always been just as nice to me. He said, I want to thank you for being that friend that I needed when sometimes I knew I just needed a friend. And I told him, I said, his name is Dave. And I said, Dave, I said, I want you to understand that just because this is going on with you doesn't mean we're going to do away with you. That's not the goal here. You're on this radio show with me. I've known you 40 years. I said, but what I do need is I need for you to tell me when you're having good days, and I need for you to tell me when you're having bad days. If you don't feel like being on the radio, that's fine. You don't have to be on the radio, but you need to understand we're not getting rid of you. You come back in next week. And so the sad thing about it was it felt like he was closing the chapter with me. It felt like he was sitting there telling me, if I don't say this to him now, I may not have an opportunity to say this to him. And it broke my heart. It really did. I'm sitting here going, wow, what are we doing here? And again, we don't realize how precious life is sometimes. And especially we don't realize how memory is precious. Um, I don't know what happens to the human body when the mind goes in a different direction. This man walks miles every day. He's in his 70s, very healthy individual. About a year ago, he goes to a funeral. He leaves the funeral home, and instead of going left, he goes right. He ends up 2 hours from home. By the grace of God, a police officer sees him, thinks something's wrong here. He ends up in a small town here in Virginia. A police officer sees him, pulls him over, He ends up in the hospital for 2 days down in that little town. He cannot drive anymore. They now have him in um, in a place where he is being watched after, cared for. His son-in-law and his daughter take extremely good care of him. It, I don't know what happens to the mind. We're always kind of told that, we come into this world as a child, we live this life, and then we kind of go out as a child again. And, you know, it's scary. It really is. But it was just something, though, that you kind of felt like he was closing a chapter with me. And I just wanted to reassure him that that chapter didn't have to be closed. It's very difficult. It's very sad. He, uh, oh, good day. Oh, look who's here. Ron's here. When Ron shows up, you know what Ron does. Ron throws out memberships. Oh, who got one tonight? Northern Grace got one. Easy Lanes got one. Megan got one. Good Through 2252 got one. And Ex Gangster Granny. I love that name right there. Ex Gangster Granny. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you, brother. If you have not seen, and you got to go to Ron's page, if you have not seen the video of him and I doing Ginger Billy's boyfriends, you got to go to Ron's page, like his page, and that video is hilarious. I'll be honest with you, I told Ron the other night, it took me over an hour to get the cadence down on that video. And when I finally got the cadence down, I put it up. I knew Ron would grab it just like that for the simple fact of those are the kind of videos we love doing. And it was tremendous how it all worked out. And I think, over 20 some thousand views right now on it. It worked out extremely well. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Yeah, Ron has good time with his videos. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, Ron just comes in, drops memberships, and right back out the door he goes. Isabella, how are you? Ron's a good man. Somebody put on one of his videos the other day that him and I need to get together and go do a little fishing. Absolutely. We need to do that. Hillbilly, how are you? Jody, how are you? Alexa, how are you? William. Tyler Reddick, it's always about surviving the big one. There's Ron. There he is. Let me give Ron's channel here. There you go. You gotta go and like Ron's channel. Gotta go and like that man's channel. Tyler Reddick did an extremely good job of who needs Deb. Hello, Miss Deb. Deb needs prayers tonight as well. Did an extremely good job of hanging around. And I laugh if you've ever seen the movie with Matt Rounders, with Matt Damon as a poker player. You have good night, Love Bug. Please come back in with us. We love to see you and make sure you're okay. And you don't have to stay long, even if you just come in and say hello just for a few minutes. We get it. But it's that little adage of hanging around, hanging around, hanging around. And that's exactly what they do. And it's he sat right in the middle. And when everybody started going away, he drove right through the middle of them. And he got him a Daytona 500. And let me tell you, NASCAR is one of the only sports, and I think the only sport, that starts with their Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. And that young man, he won the Super Bowl the other day. So, good night, love bug. Northern Grace, where are you from? Miss Joan would like to know if you could tell her your location. Jody, we need to be nice to each other. We need to be kind to each other. You need to know that I love you, and I've never met you before in my life, but I love you, and we care about you, and we want to make sure that you're okay. We want to make sure you come into a room that is loving and caring, and that people care about you. And that's, look, YouTube. I've got one nephew that is trying his best right now to get his channel up and going. And my number one thing to him is, and he's young, and I tell him, don't read the comments. A lot of people can say negative things in some comments. And Ron brought this up a couple weeks ago in one of his live chats. He said, he goes, I could be doing some of the best work in the world. And the first thing I get is how bad you're doing. It's like they thrive on it. They want to rip you down. They want to tear you down. Don't let that happen. No, you know your value. You know your worth. I love you. God loves you. These people love you in this room. Don't let anybody tear you down, because there are people out in this world that love you. And better off, it doesn't matter what we do in this world. Love yourself. That's where it starts. Look in that mirror every day and tell yourself, I love me. My uncle used to say that to me all the time. Man, I love me some me. Absolutely. Love you some you. Love you. That's plain and simple. Superior. Miss Anita said, sorry, I misspelled earlier. There's Dalton. I'm just now Miriam. Hello, Miriam. I'm just seeing some of these that are new in here. There's Alexa. Lovebug left us. Lisa Wood, there you are. One person can make a difference. That's a lot of people need to understand that. One person can definitely make a difference in this world. And you don't know what the other person is going through. You'd be surprised. And we talked about this a couple months ago. I was standing in a Hardee's one day, and a little girl was behind me. And I turned around and I said, what would you like for breakfast this morning? And she goes, what are you talking about? And I said, I'm going to buy you breakfast this morning. And she looked at me and she was like, are you kidding me? I said, no, I'm going to buy you breakfast this morning. So I bought her breakfast. The look at that little girl's face, and she told me, she said, I work at Buffalo Wild Wings on the other side of town. If you ever are over there, please stop by. And I said, I didn't do that for you to give me something, a gift. And that's not what we did. I need to make sure that you're valued and that somebody cares about you in this world today. And she goes, I've had a rough morning today. You would not believe what you just did for me today. We don't know what people are going through. A hug, a kind word, just being nice to somebody. Just be good. That's plain and simple. Just be good to somebody. I am trying to get that into Lucian's head every day. The main thing that I want to make sure when it's all said and done is that he turns out to be a good person in this world. He understands the value of people in this world. Plain and simple. Ron says, really, these are happy tears. I work in a nursing home for 21 years. It's so sad. I can't imagine not knowing your name. Miss Joan, it scares me that this is what he's going through right now. The doctor said to be aware that there are some people in his life that he may not forget, that he may know. And he calls me out of the blue now. And I told his son in law the other day, I said, I said, I may be one of those guys. Good night, Isabella. I said, I may be one of those guys that I am. He just knows me. He knows who I am. He knows that we're doing good by him. He knows that, he can pick the phone up and call me. He went to Bowling Green College, and Bowling Green's a small school. And so one of my running jokes with him is, he's like, "Hey, did you see Bowling Green? They played Northern Illinois the other night." And I'm like, "Yeah." And there were plenty of good seats available because it's just a small school. And so he's like, "Why you always got to put my school down?" And I'm like, "No, it's not, we're just having fun." He knows it. Merry Christmas, WMG. I'm late. What's going on? Start from the beginning. Nick, let's do it. Let's just start all over again. No, we're just talking. We're having a good time talking tonight, and we've had the Sprunkies pop by and say hello to everybody, Miss Anita and everybody. Good night, Sarah. Love you. And we've had all the Sprunkies show up, and Lucian told me I could bring those back upstairs when I come upstairs tonight. But I will. Guys, we're going to hop off here for the night. Thank you to Ron for popping in and doing his thing. Isabel said, "I'm going to bed." Northern Gray said, "My aunt's advice, yes, always go out and do something good for somebody. And when it seems funny to them, if somebody sits there and goes, I've done it at the grocery store. I've had older people sit there and go, 'What are you going to do? Buy my groceries?' And I'll go, 'Well, yeah, I'll buy your groceries. I have no issues buying you groceries.'" And the look on their face is like, "What? No issue in the world buying you groceries. We are all God's children. Plain and simple. It's what we do." Love you, Miss Barbara. All right, guys. I'm with Madison, North Carolina. Miss Lisa made a good point. Guys, if you've got family members that are in nursing homes, take the time and go and see them. Do not forget these people. I understand they're in a nursing home, and I understand time gets in the way, and I understand life gets in the way. Don't forget those people. Can you imagine sitting somewhere and nobody comes to see you? And you're sitting there waiting. We're all getting older. We all could fall into that category. But go by and see them. Here's another thing. If you don't have anybody, go by the nursing home and make friends with some people. Talk to them. See if there's anything they need. Plain and simple. We take the kids when the kids, Lucian's in preschool. And so we take the kids over and they sing for the people in the nursing homes. The love that those men and women give to those kids is unbelievable. Sit down, listen to them. Sit down, listen to the stories they can tell you. My grandmother used to always tell me the best stories that you could ever get is from the two old men sitting out in the yard driving down a country road. Stop and talk to those two old men. Stop and talk to those two old women. Learn those stories. They've seen it all. They've been through it all. They'll give you some of the best life advice you've probably ever gotten in your life. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Y'all have a great night. I love you. God loves you. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for the Guthries. Hopefully, we get that resolved. I tell you, I hope so, guys. Be good to each other. Again, go do something good for somebody tomorrow. Hope you have a great night. I will see you Tuesday night. From all the Sprunkies and myself, y'all have a great night. Bye now.